Hello everybody and welcome to Zest Fit TV. My name is Ashley Sieber. I am a certified personal trainer through the American Council on Exercise, and we've developed a series of videos that you can do straight from your room. So let's move. We're going to sit up nice and tall, pulling your back off the back of your seat so our ab muscles are working. They're keeping us up strong. You're going to pull your shoulders back, and we're going to start with 3 Zest breaths. So the way we're going to do that is in through the nose. And as we push out through the mouth, we're going to purse our lips like we're blowing through an invisible straw. And again, you'll feel your abs get nice and tight. In through the nose and out through the mouth. In and out. Very good. Bring your hands to rest on your lap. Pull your shoulders back. You're going to tuck your chin to your chest, let your head hang forward. Keep your chest up nice and tall. Very nice. Now we're going to take our head back, chin toward the ceiling. Now bring your head to neutral. You're going to take your right ear, drop to your right shoulder. Make sure your right shoulder stays relaxed. Taking our ear, not our chin, so we're not looking down. Ear is toward the left shoulder. Take your right ear, drop to your right shoulder. Same thing, make sure the right shoulder stays relaxed. And bring it back to center. You're going to take your chin and look over your left shoulder as far as you can, keeping your chest forward. Hands are still on your lap. And then we're going to pass all the way through, look over your right shoulder as far as you can. Chest is still forward, hands resting on the lap. And now bring your head back to neutral. We're going to move to our shoulders. So we're going to take our right arm, bring it across the chest, grab hold with the left. Sit up nice and tall, pull your chin out of your chest. And we're just going to hold that stretch. Up nice and tall. Open up the chest, big chest, tight shoulders. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind you. Bring your left arm across, grab hold with the right. Same thing on the other side. Up nice and tall, my feet are flat on the ground. Chin out of your chest, ribs out of your belly. Very good, open up, big chest, squeeze your shoulders behind you. And bring your hands down to rest. Take your right hand, you're gonna give yourself a pat on the back. You can stay here, push or pull for an extra stretch in your tricep. It's the muscle right back here. Back of your arm. Very good, release and unfold. Left side, we're going to do the same thing, pat on the back, and you can push or pull. Up nice and tall, release and unfold. We're going to move to our fingers. Fingers always get left out, so we're not going to leave those out. Spread your fingers nice and wide on your left hand, and you're just going to give each finger a little tug back towards your body. Nice and gentle. Very good. Open up those fingers nice and wide. Close them up tight. Very tight, very tight. Open them up nice and wide. Close them up tight. Open wide. And close tight. Tight, tight, tight. Open wide one more time. Roll your fingers toward the floor. Take your right hand, put a little pressure on your left fingertips for your forearm stretch. So we're stretching right here. A little goes a long way with this stretch. Just a little bit of pressure. Good. Let it go. shake the left hand out. Right hand, same thing. We're going to spread those fingers wide. Just a little tug on each of those fingers. Whatever feels good to you. Very good. Spread your fingers wide. Very, very wide. Close them up tight. Very tight. Open wide. Wide, wide, wide. Close them up very tight, very tight. Open wide. And close them up tight one more time. Open them up. Roll them under so they point toward the floor. Left hand comes across, a little bit of pressure on your right fingertips. Again, for that forearm stretch. Very good. Shake that hand out. We're going to move down to the legs for a little bit. We're going to start with a hamstring stretch. So take your right leg and kick it out in front. You can scoot forward in your chair if you need to, just for your legs to move a little bit better. But you're going to take your right leg out in front. Reach down, try and reach those toes. You want to keep your knee as straight as you possibly can, whatever's comfortable. That's what's going to get that stretch in the back of your thigh. So even if you can't quite reach your knees and you can reach maybe your shin, that's just fine. Make sure you're taking some nice deep breaths. Really getting the most out of that stretch. Very good. Bring it up to the top. Pull that leg in. We're going to swap it out for the other leg. Left leg. Reach toward the toes. Try and keep that left knee as straight as you can. Remember, if you can't quite reach your toes, that's okay. Do whatever you can do. Really good. Go ahead and bring it up to the top and pull that left leg in. We're going to go for a hip stretch. So if you can, you're going to take your right ankle and cross it over your left knee. If you can't get your ankle over knee, you're just going to cross them out in front just like that. Whichever you decide, you're going to, from the hips, lean forward. You can use your shin. You can grab onto your shin and pull yourself forward if it helps. But we're looking for a stretch right in the back of that right hip. Sit up nice and tall, nice strong back. Take some nice deep breaths here. Using that same technique, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Really get the most out of that stretch. Great. Bring it up to the top. Unfold. This time left ankle over right knee. Again, if you can't get ankle over knee, feel free to cross out in front just like this. Whichever one you choose. From the hips, you're just going to lean forward. You can use your shin to kind of pull yourself into that stretch if you like. This time you should be feeling it on the left, back of the left hip. This is one of my favorites. Low back pain. If you sit a lot, low back pain, this is a really good stretch to release those hips, release those muscles, get a little bit of relief. Make sure you're keeping that strong back. And make sure you're breathing. Good. Bring it up to the top and unfold yourself. Okay, this next one, you're gonna shift just slightly to the right, and you're gonna take your right leg and kick it out to the side, just like that. You're gonna take your left elbow and lean on your left thigh. Your right arm, you're gonna bring it across and reach your fingertips as far away from your right toes as you possibly can. Reach, reach, reach. Good. Bring everything back to the center. We're going to do the same to the other side. So shift to the left of your seat. Take your left leg out. And now you're going to take your right elbow to your right thigh. And your left arm's going to come across the chest and reach those left fingertips as far away from your left toes as you can. Reach, reach, reach. Good, and again, Bring everything back together and center yourself up in your chair. We're gonna move into our high knee pull now. So take your right knee, bring it up off the ground, interlace your fingers just under the kneecap, sit up nice and tall, tuck that knee to your chest, and we're gonna have toes pointed toward the ceiling. Up nice and tall, really pull the slack out of those muscles. Get a good deep stretch. And then go ahead and see if you can get it up a little higher. Sometimes we get comfortable and we start to droop a little bit. So I like to get a last chance stretch there. Good. Release. Other side, we're gonna do the same thing. Bring the left knee up off the ground, interlace the fingers just under the kneecap, sit up nice and tall, tuck that knee to your chest, toes up toward the ceiling. Pulling the slack out of those muscles, getting a good glute stretch. And if you're feeling so inclined, pull that knee up just a little higher. See if you've got a little more to give. Great. Go ahead and put it down. You're going to check yourself, make sure you're still not leaning on the back of your seat, and you're going to bring your fingers, and I want you to just hook right on the tips of your kneecaps, so you're kind of going to be able to use them like a ledge. And we're going to do a seated cat-cow. So you're going to pull against your kneecaps, pull your shoulders back, arch your low back. You can stay here, or you can take your chin to the ceiling if that's comfortable. And now we're going to release, and we're going to do the opposite. You're going to tuck your chin, round your shoulders, and pull your belly button towards your spine, rounding your back. Good. Again, hands on the knees. We've got our little ledge. Pull your shoulders back, arch the low back, chin toward the ceiling if you can. If not, you can just look forward, whichever one is more comfortable. Good, and one more time. We're gonna round the shoulders, pull the belly button in, round the back. And bring it back to a neutral spine. Very good. We're going to get a little continue working on our spine a little bit. Gonna get a little rotation in there. That's what I was trying to say. So take your right leg and throw it over your left knee. If you can't get your leg over your knee, you can just keep your legs together. Either way, you're gonna take your left hand and bring it to the outside of your right thigh. From your hips and up, you're gonna pull against that right thigh to rotate to the right. And you can use that thigh to kind of manipulate that stretch. Keep your chin out of your chest. Good, release the arm. Bring yourself back to center, and you're gonna uncross the legs. So now we're gonna do left over right. Sit up nice and tall. Take your right hand, grab the outside of your left thigh, hips and up. You're going to turn and rotate so you get a little bit better picture of how I use my arm to manipulate that stretch. My hips are still forward, but my chest is moving to the left. So I'm getting that thoracic rotation in my spine, very important. Keep your chin out of your chest. Good, release. Bring it back and unfold your legs. We're gonna do 5 more zest breaths just to finish up. On my cool down breaths, I like to incorporate my arms and really open up that chest and really squeeze all that air out as I'm exhaling. So we're gonna bring our arms up as we inhale through the nose, in. Nice big chest. And then out on the way down. Don't forget to blow that air out. In on the way up. Nice and big. Out on the way down. Good. In. And out. In. And out. Last one, nice big one. We're gonna hold it at the top and then let everything go. Great job, guys. We'll see you next time.